Back to our agenda. We are now on agenda item number 7. It is public comment. Today will be the first meeting at which we will, actually the second meeting in which we will take general public comment, which we recently added to our agenda for the fourth Monday of each month. This public comment period is limited to 15 minutes, and each person will have 2 minutes to speak. General comment is limited to matters relating to county government and may not be used for the purpose of assisting a campaign for election of any person to any office or for the promotion of or opposition to ballot propositions, and may not address any ordinance that is on the day's council agenda for public hearing, because we will provide for public input on any ordinance that's on this afternoon's agenda. Other than that, folks, on today and fourth Monday of each month are encouraged to participate in our public comment period. With that background, I have 4 people who have signed up to speak, 5 people who've signed up to speak. The first of whom is Sam Bellamio, Mia Jacobson, and Alex Zimmerman. Oh, Lord. There.
Hello, Council.
Oh.
Is it time to start?
But he's not here.
I'm just waiting for the conversation to stop.
Yeah.
Thank you. I think this is very important that you pay attention to what I'm saying. It's the first time you've ever allowed for people to set their own agenda to speak about something. You create the agenda, which creates the conversation. Now the agenda has opened up and people can freely speak to you. But this is for show. Here we are at the moment when the government starts working for us again, and it's imitation. 15 minutes for 2 million people, 2 minutes apiece. 7 people out of 2 million can speak openly and honestly to you. You're imitating. You're holding it at 1:30 p.m. Do you think this is like the opportune time to get public input? I have people that want to come speak to you and can't because they can't take the time off of work. You are imitating your job. You have not bridged the gap between the community and the government. You're not working for the people anymore. Bellevue has something called written and oral communications required every Monday at their meetings. And if time goes over, they have item number 13, continued oral written communications. They require an open dialogue with their citizens. You allow 15 minutes, 1 day per month, for 2 million people. On top of that, you're not allowing we've been coming for a very long time now to open up this divide, or bridge this divide, for 2 years. And all of a sudden, you create 15 minutes. We've been telling you the committees need to be opened up. You have not opened up a single committee. It's at their own discretion they allow public comment. It needs to be in the rules, because in the Constitution it says freedom of speech. And if you're not going to open up the dialogue, we're going to have to come in and speak again and again to our agenda opposed over your agenda, because we think other issues need to be addressed, like open government. We want to directly speak to you. So please, quit with this imitating of caring what just quit pretending we're just peasants and you're just giving us a silly little 15 minutes. Do something bigger. Do something, be a leader. Do something that actually changes. You guys are a bunch of corrupt crooks if you don't. I'm giving you a logical change, something that could create an opportunity for dialogue with the people. And no one's here. And then you still have sheriffs here. Why are the sheriffs here right now? This is disrespectful. Why are they here? I can't believe you guys are threatening us. This is harassment. Thank you.
You're welcome. Mia Jacobson, followed by Alex Zimmerman and Omari Tahir.
The start time for open public comment is too early, and the allotted time given is too short. By scheduling this opportunity in the middle of the afternoon, you ensure that most of the working population cannot attend. Although I don't think you really want people to come, because 15 minutes only lets 7 people speak each month. And I highly doubt you told anyone about it. What does this mean when you ask someone something every week for 7 months, and the response is so meager, so contrary to what you really want, that it bears the least amount of resemblance of compliance? It means you only care to shut us up, and that is a crime. We are the ones who will live with your choices. The ones you make which you are so proud of, and the ones you don't make because you are lazy, scared of risking your reputation, or ignorant. You are responsible for the ways in which you condemn our community to ignorance and lack of participation, the very qualities of the American population that have allowed our future to be squandered so carelessly. How dare you continue the practice of keeping the people from controlling their own destiny? How dare you ignore us, your children, and your neighbors, when we tell you to face the situation we're faced with and ask for your help? This is your job. It comes with your salary. This is the reason people care about getting awards from you. You're supposed to be looking after us, and looking after us does not include keeping us out. Evolve and take responsibility for the power we grant you. If you don't, we won't vote for you again. We cannot have weak minds and hearts in office anymore. Our future depends on it. Grow up or get out. Contrary to what you might believe, we fight for your reputation among our friends. We try to convince people that you're actually worth talking to, something that's not a very popular idea right now. But I believe in you. I know you think you're doing all that you can, and when you tell me you can't help, you're just mistaken about your own potential. The system in place got us to where we are today. You are a part of this system, and the system needs to change. The time to start was yesterday.
Thank you, Mia. Alex Zimmerman.
Hi, my name is Alex Zimmerman, and I represent StandUP-America. StandUP-America stand up for ordinary people, for ordinary American. You are not ordinary. No, you're exception. An exception, what is you have is very interesting. I told you before, you're more dangerous than German Nazi or Soviet Union communist, more than Gestapo and KGB. For 40 years, you make a nice decision, open door, first time, for 40 years. You probably don't know, so we have a constitution for 200 years before you born. Open door, so right now people of United States of America can speak openly for 15 minutes per month. Why? So people can come from around all world. From 2 million people in King Country, from 6 million people in state Washington, and from 300 million people of United States of America. And speak only for 15 minutes, a big decision for 40 years. Guys, sorry, but to me you look like a clown. You understand what I'm talking? It's our constitutional right. If we bring you this example, you only one place is from Bellevue, but if you only one place in all King Country, maybe in all state, what is don't give us right, speak to each council meeting. Bellevue, for example, have this for 3 minutes, 3 times, 3 people can speak every council meeting. So probably you need little bit work with your brain, because brain cell what is you have right now is not working. You exception from everything. You exception from United States, you exception from Constitution, you exception from rule and regulation. Guys, you don't shame doing this? Why? You corrupt totally, you know what this mean? No one brain cell your brain not corrupt or 100%? You need doing exactly what is everybody doing right now. Why you exception? Why? For 40 years? We give you copy from Bellevue, so you will know what is happening around. Because I don't think so you see what is happening around, and you probably don't have a time for see what is happening around. Or you cannot see because you blind totally. So we'll give this to you. So you will...
Thank you, Mr. Zimmerman. Your 2 minutes has just concluded. The lady in the back, did you want to speak? Could you go to the podium and for the record state your name? Thank you.
Hi, Councilman.
To move all of these items.
Mr. Chair, you have to have a public hearing.
Oh, okay. These are ordinances. All right. All right. Sam Bellamio and Alex Zimmerman want to speak to one or more of the ordinance on our consent item. All I want to say is that you gentlemen must speak directly to the ordinances on our calendar.
Okay.
Just a second. Councilman Lambert?
Thank you, Mr. Chair. You know, in Olympia, we were taught that there was a procedure called impugning the motives, and unless you could prove somebody was whatever, you didn't call them those names, and I feel as a professional that we do not need to sit here and be impugned, and so I think that's important. And the second thing is that we want people of all ages to watch government TV and to be able to respond, and I have asked on at least one, if not two occasions, that the language used be language that the average school child could watch and not have problems with. So I would like to say that I think that impugning the motives of the people that are in this room, whether they're on this side of the dais or the other side of the dais, is important, that we do not do that, and also that we use language that is acceptable in polite company. And I listen a lot more carefully when my motives are not being impugned and when I'm not being sworn at or using vulgar language. I think it makes it much more professional, and I don't know any business that would allow people to come in and impugn their motives in the middle of their busy work days, nor use foul language and think that that was okay.
Thank you. Sam, which one of these? Yeah. No. You cannot answer. This is public testimony. No, she didn't mention any names. No, she didn't. No. Go ahead.
I can speak now?
Yeah. To the 6 ordinances that are before us.
Correct. I would like to start by saying that I disapprove of all these ordinances, and I will use the best language possible and be the politest I can be, because, you know, there's no reason to stand up for what you believe in. So you guys are doing a great job, apparently. Listen, I'm not going to use words that offend, but I am going to be honest and direct that I don't believe any of these ordinances should be passed. First off, none of the committee is allowed for open public dialogue, which I spoke about previously, so therefore none of these ordinances have any validity from the people's voice. I can object to it too right now, but you're still going to vote on it. Do you understand the problem, the paradigm we're in? You allow for a vote, public comment just before you vote, not in the decision-making process. How is this decision on behalf of the people? That's what I'm wondering. But of course, that doesn't matter. Secondly, you're talking about establishing a fund. Where are we getting money? We're going to have a $40 million shortfall next year. Do we have the money to create another fund? I don't know, because I couldn't speak and ask these questions down at the committee level. And thank you for having a conversation while I'm speaking, because the public input, that is directly the problem. Public input doesn't matter. You'll read your papers and have your discussion, but what I'm saying to you right now will not affect your vote. How you're going to vote on this. We need to create the paradigm where public can come speak to you. So therefore, creating a fund when you already make $135,000 a year as a representative, not a professional. This isn't a professional career. You're elected in to represent people and move on. It's turned into a professional with an executive salary of $135,000. So, when you include all your staff and support. However, also I object to the ordinance allowing the executive to do anything, because he doesn't ever have an opportunity before he does anything to get public input. So I would like for you guys to start changing your rules to allow for open public dialogue before any agenda item is passed, and I would like to see some of your salaries be cut, not some, all, to the level, because we have no more money, there's no tax revenue coming in. $40 million shortfall, while we increase your salaries and decrease the services. Does anyone see a problem with that? We're electing you in to steal money then. You're actively stealing money. Without being outraged by it and not outcrying it, you're corrupt. It's your behavior, not your words, that matter. Thank you.
Your 2 minutes are up. Mr. Zimmerman.
Hi, my name is Alex Zimmerman, and I represent StandUP-America. Guys, you always give us direction. What is we need speaking? Speak about agenda. You know what is mean agenda? I'm not your workers. I'm not work for government. I not work for king country. I will speak about agenda and what is agenda, what is I understand, what is mean this agenda. She give right now another council, give us direction, what is we can use. American dictionary, nothing different from another word dictionary, have 500,000 words. 500,000 words have American dictionary. We can use all 500,000 words by Constitution was right freedom of speech. You cannot give us direction.
Mr. Zimmerman, I am going to give you direction. Your comments are not germane, they're not appropriate.
No, I speak about agenda. This is exactly what is I want talking. You want what is I talk about agenda?
Okay, I will talk about I ruled you out of order. Your time is up. Thank you, sir. Is there anyone else in the audience that would like to speak on any of these 6 ordinances? Hearing none, I'm turning to Councilmember Phillips.